listen.
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, honey, I don't mind.
Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come here tonight? Stranger.
Where's my dough?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to our afternoon edition of Vibes and Stuff Live. It's your host, Chuck Allen, your host, Uncle Freezy, coming to you noonday with Vibes and Stuff, man. A little something different. Unc and I had some obligations this morning that we couldn't get out of. So we're here with you rocking this afternoon. Vibrant ones that are in the building. How are you doing? Unc, how you doing this afternoon?
Hey, I'm good there, young fella. Yeah, man, got some stuff, man, going on this morning, refinancing some stuff. And just a whole bunch of just business stuff, bro. Trying to do KMD, trying to talk about Tibbs and take care of personal business at the same time. You know how that go. You got to put your personal business aside for Tom Thibodeau talk. You know how that is. You know how that is. You can't put your, you know what I'm saying, your personal stuff. You got to kind of put it to the side, bro. Tibbs is where it's at, bro. Yeah, man. How you doing? How was your Mother's Day?
Mother's Day was great. Went over not only from was it Mother's Day, but it was my mom's birthday. So I had the double whammy.
Yeah.
Salute Mr. Vince. Yeah. I had a great time visiting my mom, you know. She didn't want to go anywhere.
Of course, yeah, you know.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, Ma, you know, should have said something earlier. You know, as soon as I came through the door, I would have went and took something out the freezer, you know, and I would have got something, you know.
Right.
But we ended up ordering from Dallas BBQs.
Okay.
Because that's where she wanted something from. She wanted something off of their menu. So we did that. I bought her a cake.
Okay.
I did get a slice of that cake.
Bem. It's what happens, man. We human. What's happening?
Man, I went and checked them numbers after that slice of cake. So no, never again. Never again. Man. It was chocolate cake with strawberry icing, cream icing. Melt in your mouth.
So you had like 2 or 3 pieces of the cake.
No, I only had one piece. I promise you, I only had one piece of cake. I had one piece of cake, and so when I got up, you know, and I'm getting ready to leave, you gonna take some of this food with you? I'm like, I ain't taking none of that with me. I'm gonna take my salad that I ordered, the extra salad that I ordered. I ordered you know, it got I forgot the name of it. It's called the something bowl. It got quinoa. It has beans. It has spinach and all that good stuff in it. So I grabbed that, and she was like, "No, you're gonna take some of this cake. We can't eat all this cake." I said, "And I can." Oh, I forgot. But you don't have to eat it all at once. Just take this piece.
That's not how it worked, though. That's not how it works. It,
I hugged and kissed that lady, and I said goodbye.
yeah. It's not. That's not how. That's not how it works, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It doesn't. My numbers went up, but they weren't crazy, but it did go to 200 for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, nah, not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. Nah, baby, you're not gonna be able to do it. Remember that?
Not
Remember that
gonna
used to
be
be the
able to
joint.
do
That
it.
was the summer joint one
Yes,
year.
not
Nah,
gonna be able
baby,
to
I
do
ain't.
it. Can you do it?
Do it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Subliminal 209 is in the building. Mr. Vince is in the building. Mr. Vince was like, "Yo, Uncle Freezy, you pushed my buttons this morning." Yo, it's Chuck, and that's what it's like when you have conversations, bro. Every conversation that you have with somebody, you can't really talk about the same thing from the same perspective all the time.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have to change up your point of view or point of reference or
Right.
perspective. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to speak from the first person's perspective, second person, different point of view, talk about it from the other side,
Hmm.
talk about it from a different time. And it's one of them things like when you do that, sometimes the conversation gets twisted and in transport, right? And it's not that you want to say push an agenda, but let's think about it from the other side. Let's do that. Let's just talk about it from the other side, right?
It makes for nah. I don't even think it's about ruffling feathers, sub. I think it's about pushing a different conversation. Yo, man, I'm not even going. I'm not even going to lie. Like I can't. Like if when I worked at the warehouse, right, and it's time to go on break. If I'm sitting at the benches with y'all, and y'all talking about the same thing that y'all talking about yesterday,
Yeah.
Chuck gets up. Chuck goes find somewhere else to sit. I don't want to have this conversation again.
Right.
We said that yesterday.
Yeah.
There's no new information coming out. Only thing I did not like, and I don't like, is when people put in the chat, you know, all these hypotheticals. We need to be talking about what's real. Well, what is real? Other
What
than
is
we have a
real?
subpar roster. Like we are talking about.
And we missed the playoffs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We know Tibbs has bad rotations. We know Randall has bad body language.
Yeah.
Yes, there were times where I thought the kids would have added the right amount of energy for us to get back in the game or even close the game out, but it didn't happen.
Right. Right. It's like I had this conversation about James Brown. I love James Brown, right? I love James Brown. But the pedestal we put him on, bruh. I love James Brown, right? I just think James Brown's overrated. I just think James Brown is not the end all be all for solo male artists. I just don't.
I agree with that. So I'm gonna come back on camera. I thought you was going to say something to get us blacklisted.
No. I think you can add a Michael Jackson to the James Brown debate, right? I think you can add Prince to the James Brown debate, right? Even though I love James Brown, bro. I love James Brown, right? I just think you can add others. Isaac Hayes is a great solo act, right? Overall, I think you can. As far as singing goes, I think the best two singers I ever heard in my life are Donny Hathaway and Sam Cooke. Even though my favorite performer is Jackie Wilson.
Jackie Wilson. I was going to say Jackie.
Right?
Jackie predates all of them.
Yeah, and so my thing is I understand what James Brown is in the pantheon of greatness, right? But I'm not ready to say that you can't put Michael Jackson in that category. Right? Right? And so there are people that will say Michael Jackson is better than James Brown. I know that seems like a travesty. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, Uncle Freezy? Michael Jackson better than James Brown? There are people that
Yeah,
will say,
yes. As an overall talent, I apologize for cutting you off. As an overall talent and impact, absolutely. And there are people that will argue, no, it can't be because Mike stole everything from James.
from James. Yep.
And I'm like, that is true,
That is true in a sense. Yeah.
but it's a difference. It's a difference being able to reverse jam from the sideline in a 76ers or a Nets jersey, but then when somebody comes along in the Bulls jersey, it just looks different, right?
Yeah. 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 And the new generation too now.
Right.
And a new generation.
So I guess I'll be one of those people to say it. I think for it's hard for some people because when you grow up in a certain time and it's like, yo, you remember when that record hit. You remember the impact the record had and what it meant. Like I know how I feel when I hear I'm black and I'm proud, but I don't know how it feels to hear that record at the time that it dropped.
Right.
Because there's a difference.
Right.
Um, there are entertainers that best solo male artists that can go in there with James Brown. James Brown is not in that category alone.
Right.
Because you said Jackie Wilson before I could get it out my mouth. Um, Jackie Wilson, man. There's stuff that you can go on YouTube and watch now of Jackie Wilson and be like, damn, did James Brown get that from Jackie Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, crowd control. Crowd control. Stage presence. Yo, my man was smoother than cognac, bro. My man
Yeah.
was smoother than silk, right? Some stuff, and this is and so for those that don't understand where we're going with this, is I got it scrolling at the bottom. Can a younger generation be better than the original? Right? When the original got most of their stuff from the older generation, right? Right?
The, um, the only way you can say that if you're an innovator, you have to be an innovator,
Right.
like Little Richard.
Right. Right.
Um, so when you see a guy from Europe come over here with his glasses and sequins jackets playing the piano, you know where he got that from.
Right.
So I'm just if you're a creator of something, then it's hard to say that carbon copy is better. Kobe better than Michael Jordan?
Mm. Yeah, is Michael Jordan better than Elgin Baylor? Mm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's the thing that we deal with.
I don't think it's better. I think it's just adjusted for the times.
Yeah, yeah. The time adjustment. I think you said that perfectly to my mind. Like the way you explained it is perfect for me to understand. The
Okay.
timestamp adjustment.
Mhm.
Are these guys better singers than Buddy Guy? Right? Guys like Buddy Guy but people like Buddy Guy are forgotten. Chuck Berry is forgotten. You know what I'm saying? Like people forget Sweet Home Chicago. Like you hear Sweet Home Chicago at Cubs games, and people think it's the Blues Brothers, bro. That ain't the Blues Brothers, bro. That's Buddy Guy.
But Buddy Guy is probably he has to be top 5. No. Yeah, top 5. Because you're going to put both brothers up there. Albert and BB.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buddy Guy is a different sing and play that guitar. Is that the Buddy Guy you're talking about? That's the Buddy Guy we talking about, right?
That's Buddy Guy. That's Buddy Guy. That's Buddy Guy.
That is
like
Buddy.
He used to do stuff to a guitar that's illegal in 47 counties, bro. Yes. You would have a better chance of getting stopped by the police with moonshine than you would for those abuses that Buddy Guy did to a guitar, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I've seen him on stage with some of the greats. From my understanding, from what I've read and what I've seen in movies, is that Eric Clapton was the only guy. Not Eric Clapton. Jimi Hendrix was the only guy to make Eric Clapton unplug his guitar.
Wrap it up like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying?
They said that, but then I seen them on stage with BB King and Buddy Guy, and them boys went. He let that thing sit on his lap for a minute and just told them to go ahead and do what they do. So Clapton absolutely belongs on that list, but you got to put Buddy Guy, both King brothers, Jimi Hendrix and Prince on there. Anybody else you can throw out there, that's fine. But
I want to put Eddie Van Halen in that list.
Yes.
I want to put Eddie Van Halen in that group also. And not just for, and I ain't talking about for HR purposes either. I'm talking about for flat out talent. For talent, bro. People forget. Hey, when you listen to a Michael Jackson song, they go. You better run. You better do what you can. And something say, be a man. Is Van Halen. Van Halen. Yes.
Eddie Van Halen ruled the 80s.
Yeah. My homeboy did that. To me. He was like, we were sitting at a table and we was talking about how fat people can't lose weight. And we was looking at each other like, how fat people can lose weight. We having 2 conversations at one time. Like he is a small dude that is like 230, knowing that he needs to be 140. And I was a big boy, like 465, knowing that I needed to be 218. Right. And so we looking at salad. And so I'm like, I tell his mom, I'm like, hey, Miss Janice, let me get some of that ranch dressing to put on the salad. She's like, if you're going to put ranch dressing on it, you may as well eat a cheeseburger. And I was like, what? She was like, if you going to eat ranch, you may as well eat a cheeseburger. And I'm like, nah, that ain't what I've been taught. My whole life, I've been taught eat a salad and put ranch dressing on it, or Thousand Island, or French,
or blue cheese.
Or blue cheese. Yeah. She's like, did you see all the calories that's in that bottle? I was like, I don't look at the salad dressing bottle. I don't pay the salad dressing on it. Anyway, that's a different conversation, right? That's it. So my homeboy was looking at me like, every time we say guitar, all you talk about is Prince and Jimi Hendrix. You act like they invented the guitar, right? And I was like, well, Jimi Hendrix did invent the guitar in 1960. It's just me being a smart ass, right? Just me being a smart ass. You know what I'm saying? Just me being a smart ass. Hey, Project HQ, what's good? And so, so,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, because I know people want to say, and I believe me and you probably had this conversation. Um, maybe, but Jimi Hendrix was more. He relied on pedals to create his sound. He wasn't a traditional, uh,
Right.
player in the sense just guitar, amp, and go. I'm like
Creating a new sound too, by the way.
he
Creating a new
created
sound.
a sound when what a lot of the European rockers did was take these blues songs, sped them up, and add their little spice to it.
Right.
And Jimmy said, "No, I'm taking this to another level." All that distortion, people weren't using distortion and uh, uh, effects pedals in the way that he was using them.
No, they wasn't. And he was distorting it, and it was on key and on pitch.
Yes,
So so he was distorting it. He would start out at a place and distort it for it to be good music for you to. So you're like, what? Wait a minute. When I used to do the assembly at church and the microphone and guitar used to be all they used to say that sound terrible.
right,
Jimi Hendrix did it and it sound fantastic.
right. See, that's what I'm saying. Like like he's an innovator, right? Here's okay. Check this out. Did Whitney Houston invent the Star Spangled Banner?
She did not.
Was she the first person to ever sing the Star Spangled Banner?
No, she was not.
But whose version of the Star Spangled Banner do everyone that get up there try to emulate?
Yo, Francis Scott Key didn't even do it better than Whitney Houston, bro. And he wrote it. He wrote it. You know
He
what I'm saying?
wrote it.
You know what I'm saying? And he was, yo, come on, man. Yo, come on, man.
B-
I
bef-
mentioned when.
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I get excited, man. My bad.
No, I was going to say before Whitney, the only other uh, Star Spangled Banner version that anyone had to compete with was Marvin Gaye's rendition,
Right.
right? But
Right.
she comes and put her stamp on something that had already been done by people that were great. But what she did to it has become the standard.
Yep.
The standard. So Jimi Hendrix, not the first to play the guitar. You can make the argument where he may not be the best technically playing because I've heard that. I've heard that
Right.
conversation.
Right.
But guess what? He is the standard when it comes to a specific psychedelic sound. Like like it's called the Hendrix style. Like they call it the Hendrix style if you play a certain just like oh he's playing that John Mayer style. That's
Right.
John Mayer style
Right.
of blues guitar,
Right.
right? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, go ahead. But the originator um isn't always the better version.
Right.
Um, I think Prince's "Darling Nikki" is fine the way it is. Great
Right.
song, but what the Foo Fighters did to it,
Hmm.
even the
Yeah.
man in purple had to tip his hat at those guys. I
Right.
was like, who doing what? Foo Fighters?
Yeah.
Darling Nikki?
Yeah. Don't sleep, bro. Don't sleep.
It is. I don't like. I don't like. I say it this way. I don't say it's better. I prefer it.
Okay.
I prefer their version over the original.
Right. Okay.
So I
Okay.
think that's what come into play when people have these conversations. They talk more about their preference
Right.
than the fact that yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Vince. I agree with you. Whitney Houston and Ray Charles did the best versions of the Star Spangled Banner and America the
America
Beautiful.
the Beautiful.
I agree.
Yep. Yep.
I agree.
Yep. And you know what? And America, Ray Charles's America the Beautiful was not readily accepted.
Nope.
Right? Because they were like, how could you do something to that great song like that? How could you put so much soul and put so much of yourself into it? How can you rearrange this song so that other people can feel what it is you sing? Just sing it like it was written. And the more people put the record on so they could talk trash about it, the more they realized they were feeling it.
It's beautiful, man. Like, what are they
Yeah,
talking about? This
yeah,
was beautiful.
yes,
But
yes.
there was, man. Okay. So at that time, they didn't want any kind of change to anything
Right,
because they felt like, okay, if the music changes, then the world is going to change too. Because music is the universal language. We don't have to speak the same language, and we can be listening to the same song
right,
and feel the same way. Music
right,
speaks to the soul of a person, right?
right.
You know they did the same thing to Elvis, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like everybody just think, oh, he start doing black people's music and they were in love with him.
yeah.
White people were upset.
Yes,
Why is he doing this N-word music
yes,
up on the stage gyrating like an N-word? I can
yeah,
show you news interviews of people disgusted with Elvis Presley.
yeah. Back then,
Oh no. Back then.
yeah,
Uh so yeah, and just for a point of reference, guys, like Elvis Presley gets a bad rap. Yes, he did take songs. Yes, people didn't get credit for him, but I don't blame that on Elvis Presley because I know how the music industry works.
right,
They'll take your stuff in a heartbeat. If they feel you're a
right,
nobody, now they'll still drag you out in court and
right,
burn you out that way.
right.
That even if you do get a settlement, it's going to be in lawyer fees.
Killed. Yep, yep.
So you ain't really get nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? So I know how the record labels play.
Right,
And so uh the reason I say that is because it's been documented where Elvis wouldn't play venues if he couldn't bring his uh his backup singers who were black. Oh, they can't stay in this hotel? Oh, okay. Well, we none of
we
us
ain't
are.
coming. Right,
So
right,
so what y'all gonna do? And that isn't talked about as much. Um, because yes, there were people who were singing these same songs before him.
right.
I ain't saying it's better, but Elvis Presley in his prime was a bad mother. Like he was a bad man.
Okay.
No, you don't think so?
Me?
I ain't talking about drugged up gut wearing the onesie
You ain't talking about
Elvis.
bad movie Elvis. You ain't talking about bad movie Elvis.
I'm talking about
50s, mid 50s to early 60s Elvis. Blue suede shoes, Hound Dog Elvis. Even though Hound Dog ain't his.
No, Hound Dog is absolutely not his.
Right.
No, I'm talking.
You ain't talking about Eddie Murphy raw Elvis. Hey Elvis, want some lemonade? Lemonade. You ain't talking about that Elvis, right?
I'm talking about the Copacabana Elvis.
Oh, so you talking about late 60s, early 70s?
Yes, I'm talking about the ballady Elvis.
You talking about deep baritone Elvis, like
Yes.
deep into his. Yeah, I got you. You ain't talking about you ain't nothing but you talking about Elvis. Yeah, you talking about Elvis in his bag when he realized he actually did have a voice. Elvis, you do have a good voice, bro. Use it. You ain't got to do. But yeah. Is Elvis better than James Brown? I don't know because I ain't never heard Elvis in his prime. Right? When I saw Elvis, he was that fat dude in the Evel Knievel onesie with the garnet and rhinestones in.
Wow, my apologies on Mr. Vince.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Vince, bro.
Tom Jones.
Yeah, I remember.
Sex bomb.
Yeah, he have Tom Jones will have a dude from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air dancing all funny. So if Tom Jones is part black and Carlton was dancing like Tom Jones, that means Carlton was doing a black people dance.
Boom.
Yeah, man. So the James Brown Elvis Presley question is unfair, right? Because they don't have to neither has to be better or worse. We can appreciate them for who they are, right? But in this conversation, when we ask, can a younger generation be better than the original? I think it's fair to ask some of those questions, right? Right? Like, can the Jordan 32s be better than the Jordan 1s? Right? The Jordan 32s are going to sell more shoes on a year-to-year basis, bro. The Jordan, the latest Jordan is going to outsell the throwback Jordans, right? But at the same time, is the shoe better? Because you learned you learned from all your mistakes with the Jordan 1s, the construction of the shoe, the marketing, all that stuff, right? You learned with your mistakes in the Jordan 1s, and you got better to the point where the Jordan 2, like for instance, what's the guy in that? August Alsina? Is that his name? So by the time you go from James Brown to August Alsina, this dude, August Alsina has learned all the mistakes learned all the mistakes James Brown made and know not to make them. Right? Get your money up front. Don't do this song, do that song. When you do your album, don't do a whole bunch of songs to one niche. If you want to cross over, if you want to be pop, do a mixture.
Right.
And bring and don't just cross over, but have the fans cross over to you at the same time. That's the trick. Mm-hmm. That's the trick, right? The Run DMC trick. The greatest thing that Run DMC ever did was call themselves the king of rock and not the king of rap.
Yes.
Right? Because if they said they was the king of rap, people were like, man, so what? But if you're the king of rock, wait a minute.
There is no higher.
Yeah.
So that was a big thing.
Yes.
That was a very big thing. There were people. I remember people were upset.
Yep.
They don't
I was
play
upset.
instruments. They don't even play instruments. How they going to be right? That's disrespectful to all. I remember that.
They songs too short. I remember that too. How you the king of rock and your song 3 minutes and 10 seconds? If you're a rock fan, and I am a rock fan, bro, don't get it twisted.
Mhm.
When I say I like all genres of music, or I ain't gonna say all genres, because some like I ain't no fan of honky tonk. Like you ain't gonna get me listen to no damn honky tonk. I ain't listening to that.
And,
You know what I'm saying? And then there's slash metal. I ain't gonna listen to no.
yeah,
I ain't
I
gonna
don't
listen to
know.
no slash metal.
That's-
And so there's a certain thing of gospel, old school gospel, where they with all the humming. And the mule got stuck in a ditch. Oh Lord. No, I ain't no fan of that. I'm not listening to that. That don't get me pumped up. I listen to new gospel though. Right? I
you don't
listen to
you don't like the mighty clouds of joy?
man. I don't like them. I don't like the 12 blind dudes from Mississippi.
Oh, the
I don't
blind.
like I don't like the Deaf Club from Ohio. I don't like none. I don't like none of the old if you 70 and you putting out albums in gospel, no, I ain't. Right? I tell you what, I didn't even like Donnie McClurkin until I heard this song called "We Fall Down."
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not. Yo, you got to be. Listen, man. We moving fast, bro. It's a fast moving world, bro. It's fast pace out here. You know what I'm saying? Yo. What's the gospel song? Ain't no mountain high enough. Not that. Rough Side of the Mountain,
Rough side.
bro. Nah,
I'm going up
no, I ain't. No.
on the rough side. Hallelujah of the mountain.
Yeah, nah, man. I ain't. And by
They
the time
doing their best.
by the time you get back to me, I'm man, wake up, man. Oh my bad. Me and Mo used to when me and Mo was going to church every Sunday, the choir would stand up and start singing. And by the time they got to and Chuck, I swear I'm not trying to go to hell, bro. I'm not trying to go to hell. But by the time the choir would get to a certain thing, I'd be like, and Mo would be standing up clapping and bumping me. Hey, they can hear you snoring. I ain't snoring. I'm singing. I'm singing. I love this. I love this song. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some of the songs from Sister Act 2 where you got some, yeah, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not disparaging gospel music. I'm saying certain songs I'm just not feeling. Right? Certain songs I'm just not feeling. Like for instance, I love Guns N'
I
Roses.
agree.
I love the Guns N' Roses first album, bro. I love Guns N' Roses first album. Love it. Right? And in 88, 87, whenever it came out, 88, 87, okay. I remember buying that and I'll Be Sure at the same time, on the same day, the same purchase. Guns N' Roses. Because I had been seeing the kids around the way wearing the Guns N' Roses.
And I know they were looking at you like,
yeah, like crazy. But I bought the tape. I didn't buy the record. Because if you buy the record, everybody can hear you playing Guns N' Roses, and then people can judge you. I bought the tape to put in my Walkman. You know what I'm saying? and so I'm listening.
Man, you got to be confident in your musical choices, man.
Nah, bro. You got to I ain't even gonna lie to you. I remember taking a chance on this group called Zap, Roger Troutman and Zap, right? Well, they had been known for the one song album. You buy the album, it's only gonna have one good song on it. Everything else is gonna be a whole bunch of experimentation. Some of it you might like, and some of it you might not. Right? They were the king of that, from what people were saying. Like they would have an album and they would have more bounce on it, and then the rest of the album is just all experimentation. And you're like, what the heck? What? So I took a chance and I bought this compilation of a dude. And it had more bounce, a song called Computer Love, and I Want to Be Your Man on it. right? And Ed used to bought it off the street. You know, it's the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? The black tape, the TDK. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I bought it off the dude. I was like, yo, there's better work off that. I'm gonna come back and stab you. He's like, yo, not
Jeez
only is it
Louise.
gonna work, you are gonna thank me later. You can thank me now, but you're gonna thank me later. I was like, and so I listened to it. No lie, I listened to it. And I listened to this song called Computer Love. Computer Love. And I was like,
Boom, boom, boom.
computer, yo, when you hear Computer Love back then, you're like, okay, this song is gonna live forever.
And it does.
And guess what? It does. Now, I Want to Be Your Man was a hit back then. It's not a song that lived forever. It's a really good song back then. You listen to it now, you're like, okay, I like the song. But Computer Love,
Boom, 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 boom.
right?
Computerized
Right.
digital love. Man, that's boy. I'm gonna listen to that as soon as we get off the air.
Yes, and
I'm
then
playing that when we get off the air.
and
Hey,
then Chuck, and then Computer Love always show up somewhere. The song Computer Love always like just show up random.
Yes.
It's validation. Like Computer Love always just show up like in some class, some hood joint. Like you at the like you at the like you at like the class reunion. Like, okay. Like it's like say at our 30th class reunion, right? At our 30th class reunion.
Mhm.
And they playing all kind of new joints. I'm like, okay. And then you can hear Computer Love playing in the you know how to blend, and you gotta, you can't just snatch off a record and play another one. You gotta kind of mix a little bit. To call yourself DJ. Now, in order to call yourself DJ, you gotta be able to blend and mix. If you're a selector, all it means is all you do is play records. That's all you do is play records. That's all you do.
So
You know what I'm saying?
you play the record.
Yeah. You can't call yourself DJ nothing if you can't blend and mix and keep tempo, right? If you don't understand beats per minute, you are a selector. Come down, selector. That's you. That's you, right? That's you. You the selector because you select records. You pick records to play. You a DJ if you know how to. But anyway, when I heard Computer Love, bro, I was like, oh. I didn't know what to do. It's the same thing. Yo.
Computer
Music is
love.
crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. One thing I'm gonna say about computer love is this. Every summer since I can remember, I've always heard that coming out of somebody's whip.
Yeah.
Whether it's a Coupe de Ville,
Yeah.
an Acura Legend,
Dope boy car. Yeah.
a Jetta, a Zuzu Imar, a Renault, a Sterling,
Yeah.
a Peugeot, whatever it is, because they had all them joints around my way.
Yeah.
Up until last summer. Last summer, no one was out. It's like a ghost town. I'm waiting for the tumbleweed as I'm standing on the corner about to cross the street, and then all I hear is doom, 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 doom. I said, "Oh man, the summer is here."
It's summertime. It's
Yeah,
summertime.
man. Yeah, man.
Computer
But
Love, bro. Oh my god. Computer Love, bro. It's just crazy. It's iconic, bro.
and see, the thing is, you were at the time when it hit, I'm getting the tidal waves of it, and I'm blown away. Like, yo, that song is play that again.
Right.
I like that. I like that with the synthesizer voice. That ain't no synthesizer. That's the talk box.
The talk box. Yeah.
So, to all of the people out there, that constantly say, "Well, T Pain is doing no different than what Roger Troutman did with the talk box." Auto tune in the talk box is not. I repeat, it is not the same thing. The vocoder does not sound like a talk box.
Hmm. Yes,
But
sir.
anyway, I'm just saying. So stop saying he's the Roger Troutman. No, he's not. He's had some joints for sure.
Yes. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Buy You a Drink does not sound like Mr. Roboto. For those that are fans of Styx
Hmm.
and groups like that use Peter Frampton and some people, bro. The T-Pain is not Peter Frampton. Bro. That's not T-Pain is not
No,
Roger Troutman. Come on, man.
no,
Yeah, man. Future
no.
is not Peter Frampton, bro. Come on.
He's taking people's money.
Yeah.
That's a like, yeah, man. Um, yeah, man. Menace Society had everybody wanted to buy a 5.0.
I forgot Computer Love was in there.
Yeah,
Just
man.
that fast. The Money Green on Gold Dayton's. Money
Yeah.
Green on Gold Date.
Yes.
And listen, I want to put Gold Dayton's. No, I can't put Gold Dayton's on my car because it look ridiculous. But Gold Dayton's, bro. I would throw Gold Dayton's on the old school car. I can't put them on the cars I got now. But if I had a big body car or a muscle car, bro.
Um,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was Cully. It was a upside down day, bro.
yeah, man.
I had like some business to attend to, so I was doing that. I was doing the KMD and like the personal business at the same time. Don't ever do that, bro. If you got personal attendance to personal things to attend to, just do that. Don't talk about Tom Thibodeau rotations, bro. Because trust me, everybody want to talk Tibbs rotations, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Ohio players. Chuck, I'm ready to say the Ohio players may be better than the Delphonics Confunction.
Oh no, you're gonna have to make this case. You ain't gonna just say that and then drop the mic and have me rant for 10 minutes. Buddy. Go ahead, talk to me.
My deal with the Ohio players is I put them in the same category as the Grateful Dead. Right? When you put, and I'm talking about in this line of thinking, not in terms of
Okay.
record sales and all, right?
No. Okay.
In this line of thinking, in their greatness, the Ohio players and the Grateful Dead, in their greatness, they were great. They were great. Jerry Garcia, come on, bro. They were great,
Yeah.
great, right? But during their time, there were so many good acts out at the same time that they would come out and pierce the nebula for a little bit and then get surpassed again. right? Because at the same time the Grateful Dead was out, The Who was out, Traffic, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones,
Yep.
Led Zeppelin, Pink
Yep.
Floyd, all these,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? All
Yeah.
these groups, right? Right. So you kind of, if I asked you who are the greatest 5, the top 10 rock bands of all time, you would struggle to put the Grateful Dead in there, even though the Grateful Dead should be in the top 3. Right. Right. Because I'm thinking about Queen and yo, come on, man. Right. And so I'm sorry.
Queen might be number 1. And
I
the
think
reason I
Queen
say
is
I because they have too many records that have become a part of not only the U.S. fabric, but there's never any sporting event where you don't hear "We Will Rock You."
We Are the Champions.
We are the champions.
Another one bites the dust.
And another one bites the dust. Under Pressure.
Yes.
No Under Pressure, no Ice Ice Baby, but that's neither here nor there.
Right.
Can I ask a question? Just a side note, because it just popped in my head. Was that a thing? Like, okay, so we have this black act that can dance and rap, and he just sampled one of the greatest bass lines of a black act. So we're going to get the white act that can dance and rap a little bit, and then we're going to get one of the greatest white bass lines of all time, and we're going to create a record.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for if it wasn't a doom 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 doom,
right,
we wouldn't want to stop or collaborate. Definitely not listen.
Right. Well, the thing about and so there's a backstory to Vanilla Ice, though, Chuck. So the thing is about Vanilla Ice is
Okay.
in Vanilla Ice's origins, he was the original Eminem in Dallas, though. All the black rappers used to come in and out of town, and Vanilla Ice used to battle them and rip them to pieces, right? But record companies is like, we not get ready to sign a white boy that can rap to a record deal, so you can look like a phony behind white dude imitating black dudes. Ain't nobody getting ready to invent, because remember hip hop on record wasn't even 15 years old when Ice Ice Baby came out. Right?
Right.
If you take into account Sugar Hill Gang is 79, is October of 79, mostly 1980, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla Ice and Ice Ice Baby comes out in winter of 1990, catches the world by storm, and then in 1991 is the biggest hit. That and another group that is looking the part called Color Me Bad, singing I Want to Sex You Up. Remember, those songs were running side by side. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes.
Think about a mixed quartet of dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
A mixed quartet. Remember Boys II Men is out. And then a mixed quartet. Them and I forget the name of them. But anyway, so Color Me Bad is out and Vanilla Ice is out at the same time, right? And at that time, at the same time, a song setting the world on fire is a white girl singing an R&B song talking about been around the world and I am all this stuff. Yeah. So now the barrier has been crossed. Now it's easier for like, okay, that Lisa Stansfield chick, she doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Color Me Bad.
You couldn't convince me that wasn't a black lady. Her name is Lisa Stamp. That's gotta be a black girl.
She gotta be extra black. Her name Lisa. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yeah, so she come out, and Jane Child is out, right? A rocker looking chick gets her song remixed by the R&B, the New Jack Swing King. Jane Child is out, right? They like, yo, this song is dope, but it ain't going nowhere. Can you do the remix for it? Sure, I'll do it. I'm broke as hell. Okay. He do it. Now Jane Child is out. Lisa Stansfield is out, right?
Right.
Color Me Bad is out. And then now you hear this thing, boom, 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 boom. I just want to be the keyboardist on that play because all he had was two notes. Doom, doom. Yo, give me $1 million. You know what I'm saying? But Vanilla Ice, and I think I heard Chuck D. I think it might have been Chuck D. I'm not for sure. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think I might. Everybody going to Dallas to see this white boy rapper. He's slaying everybody, right? And he's like, yo, why can't I get a deal, man? I want to get on. I'm better than everybody, right? Ain't no record companies giving a deal to a dude that looks like he can be the next Rakim. Ain't nobody buying into this Vanilla Ice, you know what I'm saying, I can rap thingy. So what he does is he sell out because he ain't gonna never get on. Vanilla Ice ain't gonna never get on. Trust me. Right? He ain't gonna never get on because at that time you listen to joints like that year a joint called Informer had came out. Informer, blah, 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 yeah. And nothing happens for this dude. And we ain't ready. The culture ain't ready. So Vanilla Ice sells out and dumbs itself all the way down, right? And says, stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention, right? Claiming to be from Miami. And listen, I don't think the dude had ever even been to Miami, right? Right? But he rolling with street dudes, right? And in the video, and think about Chuck, think about all these things that happen. He didn't just come out and just do the. Remember, there's a group that came out like real cool because Brooklyn's cool. Round the way, the last day of school, and they coming out with joints called ha ha ha, the gas face, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the path had already kind of
right.
So when this dude come out, you don't even look at the fact that he white no more because the white people had. I'm not saying all white people. Y'all don't get this twisted as me saying white people stole something. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the music had crossed over for a certain audience and brought them back. Right. Mm-hmm. Some people in that sect came back and crossed over, just like Run DMC. Run DMC made a song with what's the rock group? Was it Anthrax? Who was it? Metallica? Steven Tyler and them. What's Steven Tyler?
No, not Kiss. Yeah, it was Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler and their group. So they had crossed over to that. Mo, what's the name of that group? Aerosmith is the name of the group. They had crossed over with Aerosmith and brought Aerosmith fans back, right? Then all of a sudden, the Beastie Boys was not a niche no more. The Beastie Boys was a thing. Now it's okay. It's all right. Right? But when you hear the Queen bass line, initially you don't know it's the Queen bass line. And I dare say you don't even know that you like Queen. You don't know that you're a fan of Queen. All you know is every time the Junkyard Dog come out, you get hyped up.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And every time your team win a championship and everybody waving their hands, we are the champ. You don't know that's Queen. You're just a fan of that song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know Fat Bottom Girls. You just a Bohemian Mama. I just killed him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know that you're a fan of Queen. You just know you're a fan of that song. And then after a while, you're like, wait a minute. Fat Bottom Girls. Bohemian Rhapsody. Another one's Bites the Dust. Under Pressure. And all these, you like, yo, you in Walmart one day and you see Queen Greatest Hits. You like, let me look at that. Oh, snap. I like 11 of these songs. Or at least I've heard 11 of these songs out of the 13. Then you go home and play it. Now you're a Queen fan. Now you're having this conversation. Yo, Queen better than the Beatles. Queen might be more suited for our culture than groups that was in our culture saying they're part of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this whole thing is the thing crossed over and brought fans back. And then now when you hear Ice Ice Baby, you don't look at it as a white guy rapping. You're like, yo, this joint is fire. So your mic out, man.
Was Marky Mark before Vanilla Ice?
Yep. Good Vibrations.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And you looking at him, you like, and you know, I think that's Martha Wash singing.
Yes. I think so.
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah. And so the thing about the Vanilla Ice thing is, I think Vanilla Ice gets a bad rap, and he brought it on himself, but he was desperate. Like the dude was legit the Eminem battler before he got this record deal. He dumbed himself down, and he had to keep up this clown persona. And while he made money doing it, he did make money doing it. He did. He made money doing it. But how much of yourself will you sell out for success?
That's the fine line you got to walk as an artist.
Right.
That's if money and success and all that stuff is a part of what you want. There are artists that just want to make music, and that's fine. And you have to understand, everybody may not gravitate to that particular sound,
Right.
and you're gonna have to be good with that.
Right.
You can't be, oh man, how come? Because this person only does these kind of records. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
So you can continue making the music that you're making. Just don't be upset because this other person is doing what the people want to hear.
Right.
And sometimes people don't know what they want to hear until you let them hear it.
Right.
That's the difference between artists of those generations versus artists now.
Right. For example, a white guy rapper coming out in the early 80s, people would no cred. You're not gonna be a white guy rapper coming out in the early 80s.
No.
See, because Melly Mel was saying stuff like, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's laughing too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You living in the ghetto, you in the ghetto living second rate, and your eyes tell a sad song of deep hate, right? Because where you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway, right? Now, when we looked at white guys back then, we think about Risky Business and Tom Cruise. White guys were really
sliding across the floor in their drawers.
Yeah. Can you imagine Tom Cruise saying those lines? No.
Nope.
No. So even if you said that, and listen, and I want to say this so people can understand like where I'm coming from. Like I ain't gonna get into it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes you wonder how I keep from going under. Because what they were feeling is what a lot of us 16 and 17-year-old boys was feeling, right? Like somebody in your crew that you used to play at the rec department with, now he out robbing people because his family ain't got nothing to eat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all 12, 13. He out stick up kid. He's sticking up kids coming. He's sticking up people coming off the subway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He robbed somebody or trying to rob somebody. They turn it on him and beat him up. And he come home from a fair ride. He got a broken arm with a cast on it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, where you been, man? Man, I tried to rob this such and such, man. And these dudes came from out of nowhere, man. They lucky. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they lucky. No, you lucky. You know what I'm saying? And so, like when you think about people born in the 60s in the inner cities, you see that that's why like when people do the tough guy talk, man, I try to acquiesce away from it. I try to move on to like a different subject or whatever, because I understand what it's like, bro. Like, you know, being 13, 14 during the crack era, like when the lady who had a good job, she used to be the secretary. Now she on dope real bad. And now, you know, she done went in the 70s. She was Jane Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? And now in the 80s, she looked like not Jane Kennedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I like when I hear all the, man, I'm tough. I'm like, yeah, I y'all do that over there, or I will do this somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And so my point is this: the Vanilla Ice got a bad rap. He deserved a lot of it, a lot of the discredit, because he wanted to be successful, and you can't really blame people for wanting to be successful in life. It's just the question is, what are you going to be successful at, and will you be able to live with yourself if you're successful at that thing?
Right. When it comes to when you put when you put yourself in the hands of others who are finicky, um, you may have a hit.
Yeah.
We have this conversation all the time. All the time, you'll mention a name like, "Yo, that person could have been someone," and you're like, "Yeah, man, they had a hit." But then when you think about it, sometimes that's all you get, man. Sometimes that all you get is that one, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, nah, we don't want to hear no more of that.
Jeff
Like,
Red. Yeah, Jeff Red. Yeah, yeah. Redhead Kingpin. Do the right thing. Yeah, him. Yeah.
wait, hold on, 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 hold on. And what's red? What you said?
Redhead Kingpin. Redhead Kingpin. You could be that. You could be Def Jeff. Give it here. Don't say nothing. Just give it here. Don't go back. Just give it here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Oh boy.
You could be Ultramagnetic MCs. MC Ultra Magnetic.
Oh, I remember this record.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Oh, I remember this. I remember. Wait. Hold
Do the
on.
right thing.
Hold on.
That was an In Vogue song. Hold on. To your love.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I remember this joint. I remember this joint. I remember this. Yeah, but see, you know why? Because you see what happened. The positive rap was in today, gone tomorrow.
Gone tomorrow. Yep.
Because if you say that, then what Kwame really could have been.
Yeah. And Kwame was
Kwame
about
got bust in the chops by a young Bed-Stuy guy, and the next day he was the corniest rapper ever.
Yep. Yep.
You played out like Kwame and them polka dots.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you listen to the rest of it, it's Kwame, who rocked the spot, Biggie. You know how the weed go unbelievable. When you listen, you know how they go unbelievable. When you listen to, yeah, they sample "Your Body Is Calling" by R. Kelly. That's the unbelievable part. Your Body's Calling by R. Kelly. When soon as I heard "Unbelievable," I was like, damn, they sampling fast. the album just came out like 92, and they sampling it in 93 or whenever the production was, 93, 94, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I brought up that just to say that, like during that era, man, like they got the positive rap out of the way real quick. Nah. We'll let a couple of y'all hang around, but y'all ain't gonna ever be in the top spot.
Yeah. We already got a Tribe Called Quest. We don't need a Poor Righteous Teachers.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Oh
Crazy,
no. Y'all can, these guys over here, like it was crazy. People will bring up De La Soul, but I was like, yo, y'all wasn't banging no De La like that.
Y'all wasn't pumping Potholes in My Lawn.
No.
Yo, that is one of my favorite joints, yo. Potholes in My Lawn. Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Somebody want to hear that hippie rap. I remember that hippie rap.
Yo, we already got a Tribe Called Quest. What we need with Jungle Brothers?
We don't need them.
I loved the Jungle Brothers, bro.
The Jungle
I
Brothers.
loved it. Yeah. House music all night long. Yo, I was like, yo, the Jungle Brothers. Look at the Jungle Brothers.
Native Tongues was a hell of a collective of talented young MCs at the time.
Right. And Innocence, they were bold.
He didn't waste his talent. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he didn't waste his talent. He just
he didn't waste it. He did that. But he just a weirdo, bro. He just a weirdo freak, man. And I ain't knocking Chicago, but
Speaking of Chicago,
Kanye West, I'm just
but Buddy Guy got a beautiful daughter from Chicago.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And I like to do that for my people from Chicago, bro. I know about 20 people. I legit know about 20 people from Chicago, bro, and I will rib them. Because they be like, man, ain't nothing came out of New Jersey but New York farts. And I'm like, what?
Jeez.
They be killing Jersey, right? Yeah, they be killing Jersey, bro. They be killing. What is New Jersey? What's that? That's by Delaware? You know it ain't. It's by Delaware, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You know when you in Jersey, if you dead sleep, the moment you get in Jersey, you know you're in Jersey. You can have the windows up. Oh, we in Jersey.
Yeah, we in Jersey.
Yeah. I'm good.
North Jersey, and we talk about North Jersey now. We ain't talking about South Jersey. Central Jersey. we talking about North Jersey, right? We talking about like when I used to go on my fire escape. I used to see. It's the reason why the Manhattans named themselves the Manhattans and not the Jersey Cities because they from Jersey City, right? But when they got on their fire escape, the first thing they used to see, just like me, is Manhattan, right? So they named themselves the Manhattans after that. And they used to have this fine singer, bro, Regina Bell.
Yeah, man.
Man, Regina Bell.
Yeah, man.
Regina Bell. So Regina Bell is. So Regina Bell must be 70 right now. Must be about 70. But when she was 30, when I was 13, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, Mr. Vince, I'm with you on that too, man. I don't know if Mike did any of that stuff, and to be honest with you, I compartmentalize the Michael Jackson stuff because I don't ever want to think that our heroes could be zeros. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that we thrust to the forefront. I don't ever. It's the reason why I don't like thinking about the Dr. King backstory. I don't like talking about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. backstory. I don't want to hear none of his personal life stuff. I just want to think about the we shall overcome, bringing people together part. I don't ever want to think about like the supposed womanizer stuff.
Get your freak on.
Yeah. And people have been telling me for years, like people on our block was like, yo, Malcolm is a saint. He is a revolutionary and a saint at the same time. Some revolutionaries are just bad people.
Yeah.
But Brother Malcolm is a saint. And I'll be like, how's Brother Malcolm is a saint? And every time I read the newspaper or see something, he's like, exactly. They slandering his name. If you knew him, you wouldn't think about him like that. You think about a brother that's 6'5" and bold, and people fear that. They hate, And I was like, something about that guy. This is when I was young. Like something about that guy, man. Just he's scary to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then as I get older and I learn more about Malcolm, I wish I could have knew that when I was younger, but I didn't want to because I was intimidated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was intimidated by him. So
here's the thing. They didn't have a problem with Mike until Mike started making songs called Black and White.
Yeah.
Heal the World. They don't really care about us.
Right.
He's crazy. He's touching boys.
Yeah.
Because that's something you can't molestation. That's the R word, because you got to be careful saying that on YouTube.
Yeah.
When the R word or the M word is attached to your name, it is almost like a death sentence. Whether
especially to your career.
Yes. So, I don't want to say this. That's why when the pudding pop guy stuff started happening, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And then wait a minute. Now it's like 60 people. Wait a minute. There's no way this man in the 60s was doing this when little boys were dragged out of their homes and beaten and burned and thrown in the lake, in the pond.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah. Right.
But it's attached to his name.
Yep.
Right? And now with, unlike the other two people, R. Kelly did what he did.
Yeah.
He absolutely did what he did.
The videotape was going around for 5 years.
But at that time, he was making people money. As long as you're making money for someone, they protect you. No,
Right.
This is my golden goose. Why would they want to bring all this to light now.
Right.
You know why? Because the guy who was illiterate that couldn't read or write, somebody was like, "Yo, man, you need to take a look at the books. You need to read
Yeah.
your contract."
Yeah.
Oh, now you want to talk about contracts and money and where things going? He's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Well, where were you guys at? If y'all know he was doing it for years.
Right.
One time I find that, oh, word, that's what you're doing? And you catching the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 P real quick.
Yep.
We're not going to
Right.
keep hanging and all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, bro, you got to get it. You got to get. Be- But I know that what he did is not an uncommon thing. Illegal as hell.
Right.
Morally, there's something to be said about it. But I know people that
That's okay with
there's
it.
a 16-year-old girl, 15. Dude is paying mama bills, putting money in mama pocket, and he every bit of 27 come picking her up from high school.
Yep.
He
Yep.
could go to the office and sign her out,
Yep.
and people knew what it was, and no one said anything. I'm talking about adults, Uncle Freezy.
Yep.
Like, you know
They
that ain't
creepy,
her
bro.
guardian. What you signing
Yeah.
this? Let her sign out with this dude for? Y'all know
Right.
what it is.
Right.
Nope. Nope. Said nothing. Everybody was complicit. One, because people were afraid because they knew who he was and what he did.
Right.
And mama don't care because the bill's getting paid.
Yep.
And I feel that that's how that situation went. And I'm not justifying it at all.
Right.
I'm not. But it's a common thing, right? That's how come it could go on that long. Because
Right.
when people are getting something out of the deal,
They will turn. They will look the other way.
right? And so all you people, oh man, I don't mess with R. Kelly. Because if you weren't stop messing with R. Kelly when we found out 100% that he actually married Aaliyah, because that ain't just came out. That wasn't
No.
just talked about.
Right.
Then you were okay with it too,
Chuck, I'm telling you, I told you the Janet Jackson story, right?
right?
Remember the Janet Jackson story? In that Janet Jackson story, I said R. Kelly took Aaliyah off the top because he was carrying Aaliyah around on his shoulders. He took her off his shoulders and kissed her in the mouth on stage in front of God knows how many people. This is before I even found out they was married. I didn't know. I'm like, what? Like, that's freaky. That's strange. And then they go off stage and everybody like starts to riot. They're not rioting over him kissing her in the mouth. They rioting because this big star, R. Kelly, is coming off the stage and the women want to see him.
Mm-hmm.
They romp over there and leave this pretty young thing across the black gate from me. Pretty young thing. Repeat after me. Nah, 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 nah. No lie. R. Kelly legit went on. I think everybody was supposed to get like 40 minutes. R. Kelly went on for like an hour and a half, and Janet Jackson crew was mad as Cujo. Right? They was trying to get on stage, and he still, age ain't nothing but a number. This is my new artist. Age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. This is what a 14-year-old girl is singing. Age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing. And we missed all the signs, bro. Right? He got this group called Public Announcement. They singing, this is from our upcoming album, such and such. R. Kelly got all his people there, taking up all his time, right? And then they finally go off stage, the crowd going crazy, the crowd following him, trying to get to R. Kelly, trying to tear his clothes off and all this stuff. And then the lady that was supposed to be going up on stage after him is standing there across this black gate from me. Like, hey, young lady, what's good? Yeah, and so I know Mocha's gonna hit me with a frying pan like Jane Jetson. Because that's what it is. Mocha is like Jane Jetson. I'm George Jetson, bro. Like that's just what it is. Astro is right here by me licking himself, yo. That's what it is. But anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's wild. It's wild how these things go, bro. It's wild how these things go. But hey, Mr. Vince asked you a question. Mr. Vince was like, "Yo, what kind of streaming R&B would you play right now?" You got Chuck. Let me put you on this female artist named Her. You got to listen to her, bro. I know you ain't never heard her before, and you spell her name H.E.R. Bro, you got to check her out.
Word. Okay. I think she's dope. She's a rare talent. I liked her. Because I feel like as an overall talent, she's better than um all of these whispery singers that they have now. And she plays damn near every instrument.
Right.
She's a prodigy, man.
Yeah.
I rock with her. I rock with her. I would put her there. I would put Lucky Day.
Okay.
Oh man, what's my girl's name? I love, even if she didn't sing, man. I just um oh my goodness, how could I forget her? All her songs are very seductive. Uh, let me see. What is not India Ari. Damn it.
Wait, look at my phone. You talking about
Ari Lennox. Man, I tell you, man, drugs, man, weed, man, it's no good for me. I might need to get up on the cigars.
yeah, man. What about
Ari
LMA?
Lennox.
You mess with LMA?
I haven't really checked for her like that. I heard a couple of songs. Um, Forgetting her smash joint. Uh, yeah, Damage is dope. It's
But
a
she
very
had,
very dope record.
you know what sample that is, right? We talked about her last week.
Um,
That's the Herb Alpert and Lisa Keith song with Janet Jackson singing background. Making Love in the Rain.
Making Love in the Rain.
That is the sample for that song. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, this song is so perfect. Right? This song is so perfect. I thought it was a Janet Jackson song. It's not, it's kind of a Janet song, but Lisa Keith, bruh. Yo, for for people that don't know who Lisa Keith is or Lisa Fisher.
Hey man, you got Google, man. You hear these names, make sure if you don't know, you go and you Google. Because the things I don't know, I ask and I Google. Because I don't know everything. I don't remember a lot of things until, oh yeah. Side note, when we was having that conversation, I wish you were. I wish you could have been there for the whole weed conversation. Because I know I was definitely advocating, or it sounded like I was advocating. but I'm really not for recreational marijuana for everybody. Like I think it should be like 21 and over, like alcohol.
Right.
Um, because we have a lot of people with underdeveloped brains on drugs. That
Right.
alter the mind, and I don't think that's a good combination of things. That gives me a very scary outlook on what the future could be.
Right. I'm with you, bro.
Um, but yeah, Cully, Ari Lennox is super talented. Uh, and she is sexier than a mug. I just, if Chuck had a type, that would be Chuck's type.
Bem. Bem. Yo.
Yeah, edibles are good. Like I want to stop. I want to stop because like it's starting to get warm. I want to walk. I walk to the store. In between KMD and this show. I got back in the building while I'm waiting in the lobby, waiting on the elevator. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh heck no.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these are things that I can do without. You know how? Because I didn't smoke for 8 years.
Right.
Nothing for 8 straight years. I was nah, man. I take too much medication. I'm not mixing my medication with that. I taking painkillers. I'm taking muscle relaxers. I'm taking nerve medication. I'm like,
Blood
nah,
pressure
man,
pills. Oh,
I'm
you
good.
take all this stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
all this stuff. I'm like, and then put weed on top of that. Like, nah, man,
Yeah. Yeah. You
nah,
try?
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But Chuck, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. Like some of these songs, like I just put a song in the chat, right? A song called "Making Love in the Rain."
Hmm.
Like for those that like to make slow jam tapes or
Yes.
mix CDs or something like that for you. Like say you got a date coming over. Like say you got like a joint like yo this joint "Making Love in the Rain" by Herb Alpert. The trumpet
Hmm.
is phenomenal. The trumpet in that song is phenomenal. Now remember, this is a Herb Alpert solo with ladies singing in the background, like ladies singing, but it's featuring Herb Alpert's trumpet. And I know that
Hmm.
sounds corny until you hear it. When you hear it, when you hear Lisa Keith go in on this song, you think it's Lisa Keith's song, right? But the production is all of this stuff is Herb Alpert. And for those that don't know who Herb Alpert is, he is the A and the music label A&M. That Herb Alpert.
Hmm.
That's who Herb
Hmm.
Alpert is. He's the A and the record label A&M, right? Bro, when you hear Making Love in the Rain, you're like, oh my God. Because you hear songs about the rain all the time. You remember
Yo, how did I not remember this song?
you listening to it, right?
Yes. How did I
And
not
then you
remember this song?
and then
Making
you
love
hear and then you hear
in the rain. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
then
As
you
soon
hear and
as
then
I
you
heard that
hear
part, I was like, yo.
then soon as you hear damage, you
Hmm.
like this is where they got damage from.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yep.
Fire, bro. And so it's like there is so much beautiful music out there for you to listen to. That's like when people be telling me about, yo, man, trap is life. I'm like, yo, I feel you. Trap is life. Right. But nah.
It. I can't. Here's. I don't want to sound like the old fogey in the room. I pause a lot because I try to think about what I say. Kind of like when some people be putting stuff in the chat and they don't proofread what they put in the chat, they just throw it
Right.
out there. I try to give a little second filter. Listen, trap music is cool in moderation. Let me, you know why people listen to self help tapes when they are asleep or when they're riding? Because it becomes embedded in your psyche,
Yeah. Subliminal.
right?
Like the subliminal
Subliminal,
message.
right?
Right.
Because right now, if I start saying my ABCs, we'll all start singing them. A
Right.
B C D E. Because as a child, they put it in a song form so that you would remember it, right? It's easy to remember. So if you're listening to music and it has such a catchy groove and it's talking about shooting in words, running up on in words with a stick,
Yeah.
killing the ops, da 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 da. When you get into an argument with someone, right? Subliminally, you already been programmed to go ahead and kill him. That's why it's so easy for people to get killed nowadays. And now, oh, Chuck, you're going way too far. Okay,
Right.
all right, I'm tripping. I'm wrong.
But you're not tripping, Chuck. You're not tripping. You know why? Because when you was an on baby, somebody held you and said and sung this song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, I wonder where you are.
Yeah,
And so you so used to that melody that by the time you got to school and you heard A B C D E F G, you remember the melody because A B C D E F G is actually Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But you were
yep.
fed that subliminally. So now by the
Hmm.
time you get to school, you're gonna remember your alphabets because somebody took the alphabet
Hmm.
and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You remember the
Right,
melody. So now when you do your ABCs, you can remember how to get um to A B C D E F G H I J K. Wait a minute. One star on says H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V. That's how
right,
you remember because you remember Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, the melody.
right,
So the subliminal stuff, I get what is a preschool way of sampling.
right,
I know people are like, what are you talking about? But yeah, subliminally, we are fed certain things so that we can remember, whether it's gangster stuff or the alphabet.
right. So that's why you have. This is I don't have the data. I don't need numbers. I can look and see. I can look and see the dudes blasting drill all day under the bridge, and then later on that night when something go down, it's not a question of who it was or what transpired. So, um, everything is good in moderation, man. Everything should be done in moderation. That's what I should say. Everything should be done in moderation. It's fine to
Right,
have some of that for entertainment, you know, but you're not what when some well there's violent movies. How many violent movies are you watching?
right,
I switch it up. I can
uh-huh.
watch John Wick and then turn around and watch Bridges of Madison County.
Yep. Or Scent
Or
of a Woman.
easy. I haven't seen Toy Story 2 in a minute. I'll throw it on and I'll watch
Right,
it. Like being balanced. There's for some reason when it comes to music, there's no balance. There's always either one thing or nothing.
right,
You know what I mean? Like it's either going to be all gangster or it's going to be super duper bubblegum popish.
the other way. Yeah,
Right.
right.
There's never a median. Like conscious rap only had like a 3-year run. Like when
Yep.
everybody was saying something and it was like wait. Wait. All right. This is too much.
Right,
When you start getting to the X clans and Dead Prez and all that. Whoa. Public Enemy was one thing.
yeah,
Um, because you didn't have a whole bunch of people like now. Everybody's PE fans. It wasn't like
Right.
that. They were saying Chuck
Nah.
was preaching, and they didn't want to hear nobody preaching.
Yep. Yep.
Fear the Black Planet and all that.
Public
Oh,
Enemy
man.
had a hard 5-year run, and it wasn't
Yep.
really even 5 years. It was 3 very strong years, but one mediocre beginning year and one mediocre ending year. Like Rebel without a pause, right? He's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all right, but I like these Juice Crew dudes, right? And then you got your Welcome to the Terror
Right.
Dome, Shut 'Em Down, Pete Rock remix to end it for them, right? But in between, you had crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, right?
Right.
And so it's like the 87 or the 87, 88, 89, maybe some 90, because of Fight the Power, right? Maybe some 90
Right.
because Fight the Power came out in 89, and it just
Yeah.
Fight the Power was that joint. And not just because they played the song 50 times and Do the Right Thing. Yeah, we reviewed Do the Right Thing. Yo, they played Fight the Power throughout the whole
Every scene. Fight the
every
power.
yeah. Rosie
Um.
Perez started off the movie dancing to it.
Yes.
Oh my God. Shout out to Public Enemy and Chuck D, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Because he got a line that I love to say is because when people say, yo, such and such is number one, I'm like, nah. Favorite Flav is the Sun, Public Enemy number one. I for some reason. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's Chuck, there's so much beautiful music out here. Like this song by Herb Alpert. Bro, if you don't like this song, it's innocent. It's an innocent song. It's innocent and edgy, but the best thing about it though is it's technical. The singers hit all the right notes. Ain't no ad-libbing. Ain't no Patti LaBelle flapping her arms. What? Ain't none of that. Ain't no Jeffrey Osborne taking his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that Jeffrey Osborne taking his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no Larry Blackman grabbing his crotch. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no James Brown doing a split. Ain't no Michael Jackson moonwalking. Ain't none of that, bro. It's just where the mic's at. We just gonna sing. Just where the mic's at. We gonna sing this song the way it was written, right? Ain't no ad-lib. Lisa Keith is very. I don't remember much from her, and it could be for a number of personal reasons. You never know why people don't
Right.
put out much stuff. But what you can do is take the small sample that they got out there and just rock with it. Right? Like it's this group called Troop, right? They didn't do a lot of music, but I personally think that they are comparable to New Edition, who's got a whole gang full of stuff, and some of it I skip through and sift through to get to the hits. But with Troop, I can listen to all their stuff. Now, is that a personal thing? Is that like a personal thing where you only like certain stuff? No, I think Troop is talented. I think Troop is 5 brothers that's talented. Like Mint Condition, I can listen to for the most part. The only time I can't listen to Mint Condition is when they try to remind you that they're a band. Like when they dudes go rogue, when the drummer go rogue. Yeah, I was thinking more Pretty Brown Eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the lyrics. You kept telling me that your time is always taken, right? See the lyrics with Mint Condition. I'm thinking about that and the singing, right?
Right.
When Mint Condition started trying to remind you that they from Minneapolis and they suck. When they just pull out a dollar Nicky, you like. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like same thing with Tony. I love I can rock with Tony, right? My only deal is when they try to remind you that they are a funk / R&B band and not a R&B soul band. You
Yeah, but
but your R&B
because they
soul stuff
wanted.
is the stuff that sell.
Go ahead.
I was gonna, but the R&B soul stuff is the stuff that sell. Nobody buy Tony for funk. No, who buy Tony for funk? Nobody buy them for the Oakland Stroke. We buy y'all because y'all. We buy y'all because y'all R&B group. And I get it. I get it.
But see, that was the thing. They probably was saying to themselves, they marketed us as an R&B group, but we really a funk band from Oakland.
I understand this. I do. And they Tony is the type of band that the record label was like, yo, give us 13 tracks. And they're like, no, we're going to give you 18. What? 18? Y'all got 18 songs? Yeah, we actually got 70. We trying to cut it down to 18. Oh boy. Y'all are that type of band. Y'all are that type of band. Y'all not like Houdini, who really only got 10 songs in you, but y'all gonna perfect them 10 songs. We're gonna have to snatch those 10 songs away from you, right? You get 5 minutes of funk, you like, as soon as you hear 5 minutes of you like, oh my God, yeah, okay, I get it. Now I see why y'all worked on these 10 songs half to death. Tony coming in the thing with 70 songs. And they fist fighting each other because one dude want his song on here and got to have it. You know what I'm saying? So you like, that's why when you hear the Times Square joint or what's the joint on Sons of Soul? It's like 2 joints on Sons of Soul. You like, yeah, somebody fought for this song to be. It's a dope song, right? It's a dope song, but yeah, I don't know if it fit. I'm gonna find it real quick. Let me find it. You could tell Tony, the record company didn't put their album together like New Edition. New Edition, the record company is like, yo, we getting such and such producers, and we're gonna get such and such and such and such. Let me see, Sons of Soul. Where is it at? Castiliers.
Okay.
Castiliers and a song called Fun. Dance Hall, Gangsta Groove. Yeah, it's a bunch of songs. The songs are dope, but you can tell. And how many songs? So it's 15 songs on this thing. But yeah, so you like, the record company probably told y'all 10, and y'all crammed 15 in here because y'all know y'all good. Yeah. Yeah, man.
And that's why record labels stopped finding talented artists like this, because now they have to do that fight with over creative control. They ain't read their contracts because they're artists.
Right.
They spend time rehearsing, writing songs, being in the studio. So they signed away like, nah, man, no, we're gonna put out these kind of songs, and we're gonna move. No. I'm an artist. I want to sing that. I have a band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? We don't need the people that can really sing and play instruments anymore.
Right.
We can sell an image. We don't have to. They don't have to be talented vocally.
We can Diana Ross it. We can Diana Ross it.
Bim.
We can Beyonce it. We don't have to, we don't need Florence Ballard.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, but you do need Florence Ballard. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because like what Mr. Vince alluded to earlier in the show, the album cover was dope.
Yeah.
If we put Beyonce in her best outfit, get her in the best shape of her life, and put her on her best outfit and put her on the cover, you gonna buy it even if you don't like Me, Myself, and I. Oh, spoken like a dude that bought an album that had me, myself, and I as all I got in the end. Oh, get my money back, bitch.
Yo, you gave me the hiccups. Holy shit.
Did I buy this? Did I just buy this album? Did I buy an album that got Me, Myself, and I on it? That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. Get my money back. You and Puff Johnson. And I'm sorry, what's the girl from the Locks? Not from the Locks, but what's Gina Thompson? Oh, Gina Thompson, you owe me $17.99. Oh.
Man, it be like that. It be like that sometimes, man. You know, but back in the day, man, and that was the thing. You had to make a hard choice when you was looking at CDs. It was like, man, I can get this and this, but God.
Right.
Oh, so you got
Bro. Huh? I'm sorry.
For Mr. Vince. Okay. I said you got the question. I mean the suggestion from Mr. Vince.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that too, man. But that means I gotta do homework though. I mean, I gotta do. Yeah. And Alfred Griffith says, "What? That was fire. Me, Myself, and I. That joint was fire." Bro, I'm not saying Me, Myself, and I wasn't a dope song. What I'm saying is I bought the album based on the album cover because I thought it had a lot of dope joints on it, and it didn't. That's what I'm saying. I bought the Puff Johnson album Sight Unseen. I was like, yo, Puff Johnson is beautiful, bro. Do I get this Horace Brown? It was Horace Brown, Donnell Jones, Alfonso Hunter. So it was like Horace Brown, Alfonso Hunter, Puff Johnson. So I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna get this. Which one was down with Def Squad? Def Squad was one of them. One of them dudes. Not Donnell Jones. He went down with
No, it was probably Horace Brown.
Def Squad. I'm sorry. It was Horace Brown.
I think it was Horace Brown.
That's the way players play. That's the way players play. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this Horace Brown back and get this Puff Johnson. And come to find out, either way, I still would have been mad.
Yeah, should have got Darnell Jones.
I did get Donnell Jones.
Okay.
Yeah, I did get Donnell Jones. Me and my cousin was arguing in the music store about which ones to get. You know what I'm saying? He trying to put me on this group named Mr. Yo, this song by Mr. This joint Blackberry Molasses. Yo, this dude in this group, I don't know who he is, but this dude can sing. Like, can't sing. Let me get where Rome at? Yeah, Rome. Now Rome can sing. Rome is a singer. You know.
Rome and other people's greatest hits was a great album.
Yeah. Basically.
What was crazy was I was like, yo, I think what he messed up was, yo, you know, all these songs kind of sound the same. You're my lady. Yeah. You are so fine. I wake up in the morning and see. Okay, all right, cool. And then the next song sounds the same. Exactly. And I was like, oh, it's his singing style.
Yeah.
But yes, he can sing. He absolutely can sing.
Yeah.
Dave Hollister was down with Def Squad.
Dave Hollister too. After, but this is, I'm talking about my man was singing on El Nino. You remember Def Squad El Nino?
Yeah, that was
the second album.
Late 90s, probably 2000ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they came out because Redman had did album, and then Def Squad, and then another album, and it was like back to back. And then Busta came out with the joint that he did with Janet Jackson. And
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's 90. That's 99. That's
99, yeah.
99, and you're talking about Muddy Waters, the album
Okay.
by
Because it
Redman,
had my joint on there with K
and
Solo said. K Solo said, my afro pose at 360 degrees, so that makes me the light-skinned Richard Roundtree. What did you just say? He just busting the thing. My afro pose at 360 degrees, so that makes me the light-skinned Richard Roundtree. And yo, it was right after, or that song comes out. It's like that. My brother comes out after DMX has this song come out called "Get at Me, Dog." Good want to be killers? Get at me, dog. And he has a line, yo, Kate, and I'm like, because when you tell somebody that, you already somebody got to die, bro. When you say that,
yeah,
somebody got either the dude that said it or the dude that you said something. Oh boy, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, man. And so, yeah, Chuck. So it's like this whole, and I now think about that, all of that, and I purchased Puff Johnson. And Tina Thompson.
hey man, we don't win them all, man. We don't win them all.
Sometimes we lose. Sometimes we lose.
Here's how we lose. I saw I was going to get I was like, dang, no more Wu Tang. Sold out of Wu Tang. What is I'm gonna get this GP Wu.
The things you do makes me. Yeah. Yo. Hey, your mic pause, yo.
I think I bought the GP Wu the same time I bought Helter Skelter out. Okay, so 97,
Nocturnal. You talking about Nocturnal or Magnum Force? Magnum
90,
Force was a classic in my opinion. Magnum Force was so dope.
I want to say I gotta look at the cover. Uh, 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 uh. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. Albums. The Nocturnal.
Okay, all right.
The Nocturnal. I had to see the album cover because at that time that was a big thing. Buying the album cover, taking it out of the case, opening it up, reading the credits, reading who produced the records,
Right. That was a thing.
reading the lyrics, because that's where you got the lyrics. The lyrics was inside that little book.
Right.
Yo, Alfred said, "Who in the heck is Puff Johnson?"
Hey man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So Anyway, yeah, I bought that GP Woo. I was disappointed. I was disappointed. And you know what? Yeah.
Hey, so I saw what Mr. Vince said about the slave thing slide. They have this joint. It's so fire. Slave has this joint that is so fire, bro. It's so catchy. It kind of reminds you of the group Tavares. Mr. Vince, you remember that group Tavares? A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Soulfinger was good. Was good. Yo, so Slave had this song called Watching You, right? and Slave on this song sounds like Kool and the Gang. When you hear this, when you listen to this song Watching You, the lead singer sounds like James Taylor from Kool and the Gang, right? And so the song goes, walking out lady, hair up fly, something, and come in my eye. But the chorus is walking down the street, watching ladies go about watching you. That's the joint. Everybody done heard it. Everybody done heard it at least 10 times in their career, in their life. Right. Yeah, okay, yeah. So okay. All right. So I swear to God, I think me and Mr. Vince are brothers, yo. I think me and Mr. Vince legit are brothers, yo. Yeah. So they had a joint, and people forget about this because they hit slide. They hit slide. Yeah, but watching you is fun. Walking down the street, watching ladies.
Yeah.
Watching you. That's They've
been sampling this like crazy. They were sampling that record like crazy.
Yeah.
And it's sample that record. Man, so many people in the sample this record. Yes.
Yo, it's fire, Chuck. That's what, and this is a beautiful song. It's so innocent, bro. It's walking down the street, watching ladies,
beautiful,
watching you. It's innocent, bro, but it's dope. You know what I'm saying? It ain't talking about like, yo, I'm in love with two mistresses. I'm in love with you, and I'm in love with the streets, girl. And you know you my side piece. You love the streets that much? You love the streets more than you love a girl? Something, you got a hormonal imbalance, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dudes, I heard it. Yeah.
Let's Get Blown by Snoop. Sample this too. I just heard it.
Bro.
Just a touch. Wow.
A little bit. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, groups like Slave are very underrated, bro. Very underrated. Groups like Slave, you don't hear, bro. When you hit a guitar on Just a Touch and the girl background vocals,
yeah, man.
A little bit.
I had no see, and that's the thing. This is the crazy thing, man. You would, if you're not from that time, then you won't know because no one really goes back.
Right.
No one really goes back and listen. Like, yo, yes, this is
45 years ago.
Yo, and this makes me feel some type of way because I'm like, yo, people that flip these samples really,
right.
And the records that came off of from sampling this were very big records.
Yes.
Wow.
Yo, and so I'm saying this, right? But we didn't even get into other groups like Daz, like Brick. Brick had a song called Daz, right? It's disco and jazz at the same time, is what they call it. You ain't even y'all listen to Brick? They're a group from Atlanta. They came out like in the. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Whoa.
Chuck, when you hear this, bro, you like when you hear Daz, you can be like, I heard this in a million other things. Yeah, Alpha Grip. Bim. Ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna. Yeah, man. Yo, there was so many groups out there that put out good music, bro. So many groups out there that put out good music, man. Just to say that, that's why, Chuck, when I make these outlandish statements, bro, they're not really outlandish to me because I've been there and I was alive during that time. Like when I say, why are we putting James Brown on a Mount Rushmore tall as the tallest thing that ever existed? James Brown ain't the only one that came out with music, bro. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying this in general, like, and putting it in the ether.
Yes, sir.
But like when Dance Machine was out, dun, 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 when the Jacksons, when that was out, Daz was out. Everybody, it's all right. Dun, dun, dun. It's out of sight. So when Dance Machine was out, people look back at the 70s and they look at disco, they were like, Burn Baby Burn, Disco Inferno. You know what I'm saying? The Bee Gees.
Right.
But Daz was out. Brick was out with Daz. Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody was out. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of groups was out.
And that's why some people go unnoticed, because everybody they had a joint.
Yeah.
They had a couple joints, or that album was fire. But you never know their name because there was so many great groups at one time, right?
Right.
Because that's what everyone aspired to be. Musicians, form bands, singing, duos, trios, quintuplets, however you say it. So you had people working on their crafts, and then this is what you end up with. A bunch of wow. I didn't even know that.
What's that?
No. I was just saying in general. I'm just saying in general. Cameo.
Yeah.
Soul Finger Cameo. I'm talking before the Word Up album.
Yeah, he talking about before Word Up, right? He talking about Back and Forth. He talking about Smile.
Mm-hmm.
He talking about when Cameo was R&B before they got into Word Up and all of that. Because there's a Last Dragon era in R&B, and like once the Last Dragon come out, there's that era going forward, and then there's the era going backwards, right?
Okay.
Right. So I call it the Last Dragon era because it's basically about 1984 going backwards. Like Prince came out, Denise Williams, Let's Hear It for the Boy. I Feel for You, Shaka Khan. I'm Melly Mel. I'm still mad at you, bro. Melly Mel, when I see you, me and you gonna have words for what you said about Shaka Khan, bro. Shaka Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. It was, man. Listen, it was a bro. What's the song that was on R. Kelly stole the song and people think it was Sparkle. You remember that song? Remember he did the Sparkle, he did like the Sparkle joint and all of that?
Sparkle.
Oh jeez, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up, man. Just I can't find it, bro. I ain't even gonna waste it with that yo. I can't find it.
Okay.
Yeah, you better be careful. That's the joint. Yeah. You better be careful what you say to me. You better be careful.
Oh, that joint. Okay, yeah.
Huh?
Mine.
Be careful. Be careful. Okay. Be careful. That's it. So Mo know all that stuff, bro. Mo know everything about music. We be talking about music, bro. I be like, dang, how you know that? she know everything, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Chuck, that's what I ain't even gonna front, bro. That's the reason why, like, when people be saying certain stuff about music, man, I be like, hold on. Before we go ahead calling Flo Rida the GOAT, slow down. Let me add somebody else to the conversation. Right? Like before we start saying Wiz Khalifa.
Who's saying Flo Rida's the GOAT? Who's saying that?
Hey man, me, based on album sales, Flo Rida is the top selling rapper of all time. He the top selling rapper of all time, bro. Flo Rida, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Yeah. Not even randoms, like not even Eminem has outsold Flo Rida. Not even Pitbull has outsold Flo Rida, bro. I'm telling you, bro, if you go by the numbers, the numbers say Flo Rida is the top selling rap artist of all time. Right? Ain't that you can't dispute it, bro. That's what the numbers say. Yeah, man. Hey, Soulfinger says George Duke. What about George Benson, bro? You remember George Benson? You remember George Benson, man? George Benson had what's the joint? He had like 3 joints that I can remember off the top of my head. Give me the night. Oh, that joint was fire. Give me the night was fire, bro. Yeah, man, that joint was fire. I got a couple of George Benson songs in my joint. Here, let me see. I'm gonna see if I can find the George Benson joints. Let me see if I can find it real quick. George Benson. Okay. Damn, I got every George in the world. I got him in my phone. George Benson. Oh, turn your love around. Turn your love around. That was the joint. Yo, Howard Hewitt was my joint. On Broadway too. On Broadway was my joint too. Y'all remember what's the joint? It's a joint that they did on Good Times. Let me see.
Oh man. Yeah, Give Me the Night. That's crazy. On Broadway. Let me see.
Yeah, that was fire too.
Oh, yeah. I think I know this one.
Oh,
yep.
Yo.
Absolutely know that song.
Yo, y'all remember this song called Native New Yorker by Odyssey. That was my joint, bro. Oh, I love
Native
Native New Yorker.
Native New Yorker.
Yep.
Now I know Odyssey, but Native New Yorker, I don't know. I gotta hear that.
Yeah, when you listen to it, don't listen to don't do the music video one. Do the one with Thelma on Good Times is dancing to that Native New Yorker. Thelma from Good Times is dancing at a fundraiser to Native New Yorker, and that was the hottest joint out at the time. That when you see Thelma, what? Oh my God! When you see Thelma dancing to that, bro, when you see that Good Times episode,
Of course, I know what this is.
bro, that's what I'm saying. Music from the '70s ain't no joke, bro.
I know.
The
That's why
music
when
is
you
from
was talking saying the '80s was better, and I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know because there's
yeah,
more people in the '70s. I don't know because there's so
yeah.
much of it. Like, how can
The
you keep
'80s run
track
away with
of?
it, Chuck. The '80s run away with it though. The '70s don't stand a chance.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't. One thing when it comes to music, I can't go off the top with you. One, uh, there's a lot of things I don't remember just from naturally, but then there are things I don't remember because I partake in the cannabis. And so you be having me stuck. And I'll be like, and then when we get off air, I'm like, oh, why didn't I hit him with that? Why didn't I
Yeah,
say that? Couldn't think of it
yeah.
at all. So when it comes to the music and that argument, I'm gonna have to do my homework and my research because in the '70s, the late '60s and '70s, man, you got Aquarius records,
Yeah,
Dolphin records,
yeah.
like all these small labels and that be having some
Age of
great
Aquarius,
artists.
Age of Aquarius. Yeah, 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 yeah,
So how
yeah.
you know, and then you're talking about a generation removed, right? A decade removed. Don't know. There's no if you don't have family with an extensive vinyl collection or know somebody with a vinyl collection, a lot of music goes uh unheard, right?
Okay.
And that's the curse of that's the curse of an '80s baby. Like you don't know. So when you in
Okay.
the '90s, when you hear certain things, it's like, oh, this is fire, and then someone's coming to check you. Oh, no, no, no.
So, yeah, so when you when you say the '70s can go up against the '80s, I feel you in a sense, but no, right? I feel you in a sense, but the decade started with Michael Jackson and Shannon and Evelyn Champagne King. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, the '70s, we ain't even got into Car Wash. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even talk about the Car Wash soundtrack, which may be the greatest movie soundtrack ever. Like people will say Purple Rain, but to me, the only two contenders, like people say, yo, what about the Juice soundtrack? Mm. What about the Above the Rim soundtrack? Mm. What about Car Wash? Talking about the Car Wash. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are you talking about from a rap standpoint? Because if we're
I'm
talking
talking about
about
in
of
general.
all soundtracks of all time,
Right.
guys, I love me some Tupac.
But
He ain't up there. Them
no,
soundtracks ain't up there.
no, no, no. And even though I love Boomerang the movie and the soundtrack, right?
Yeah,
No, no, it ain't. Even the
no,
Kenny Vaughn song, even the Kenny Vaughn song that was never released, it's the song, it's the song when Robin Givens be grinding on Eddie Murphy in the bed. Remember that when they in the hotel, when
yeah,
they in New Orleans?
yeah,
That song,
yeah, 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 yeah.
like heaven. That's Kenny Vaughn, right? Even that song, right? Nah, Car Wash washes that. Car Wash washes all of that, bro. All of it.
Oh man, these will be some great. Yeah, man. This is going to require some homework. Um, but yeah, these are conversations that we're definitely going to have for sure. Um,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we got some very knowledgeable gentlemen in the chat, Mr. Vince, Alfred, uh, Soulfinger, um, who else? A bunch of you guys. I shouldn't have named names because now I gotta stop. So,
And the car wash soundtrack, and Chuck, the car wash soundtrack. This is the kicker. Barry Gordy and Norm Whitfield fall out, right? Norm Whitfield like, what? Yeah, I do all the work anyway. You remember the Temptations movie? You remember the Temptations movie,
yeah,
the light skinned dude that got on my man when they was about to do Papa Was a Rolling Stone?
yes,
The light skinned dude counting the money?
yeah,
That's supposed to be Norm Whitfield, right? So they did a disservice to him in the movie because he wrote mega
big hits for a bunch of people. Yeah,
right. He left there and grabbed not Rolls Royce, but Rolls Royce, right?
hmm
He grabs them and grabs Rolls Royce. He's like, y'all are a good funk band, but y'all need some flowers in this sausage party. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a great funk band, right?
right.
And so he grabs the lead singer from Miami, a young girl. She's 17. And from the time, no lie, because I heard car wash, right? I hadn't heard it on the radio. I used to hear people walking around singing, working at the car wash. Yeah. I might have been like 8 years old. You know, you're a kid
hmm
working at the car wash. And then I go to school. They're like, Uncle Freezy, where you want to work? What you want to do when you grow up? I want to work at the car wash. You know what I'm saying? Because the song was popping. But the first song I heard on the radio was I'm Going Down, right? And so I hear time on my hands since you went away, boy. I ain't got no plans. No, 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 no. And I'm like, yo, she said, this is a little girl singing this song. This is a little girl. Like that. She's like my age. She wasn't my age, bro. She wasn't my age, but this is what it sounded like. Yo, man, I hear I'm Going Down and I hear all of me. I'm like, yo, this is the greatest song I ever heard in my life. I'm Going Down.
And
And then I hear,
and then
yeah,
and then somebody with bad vocals got a hold to it.
yeah, yeah. And then when you hear I Want to Get Next to You, when you hear the guitar, boom, 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 boom. Nowadays, all you think about is Miss Parker. Every time you hear all you think about is Miss Parker watering that whack plant. Remember the plant that was half dead? She out there watering it like it's a porno scene. That plant dead.
Oh,
But all you see is them Daisy Dukes. You don't get nothing about that plant.
none.
Yo, the plant looked like a Civil War vet. That plant's so dead. You know what I'm saying? And she out there watering, trying to bring it back to life, and all you thinking about is Miss Parker and that song, right? Oh shoot, the puppy done went crazy, Chuck. I think I gotta get out of here.
All right.
Yeah, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. No problem. We can sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for a special afternoon version of Vibes and Stuff Live. I believe tomorrow we're going to be back with the regular schedule. All right. So those, if this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure when you hit that subscribe button, you click all notifications so that when we go live, you'll know. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to about 9-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our usual time. So make sure you come back and join us tomorrow at 8 a.m. on this channel. Make sure you tell a friend who's going to tell a friend who's going to tell a friend. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Peace, y'all.